Okay. Hello out there in the YouTube world. I'm sure you recognize me, even though I'm masking myself in gray. I'm trying to be a little incognito here. But if you know me, you know me, and you can pretty much just tell it's me anyway. But I'm trying to be a little bit incognito, because I'm going to talk about a little bit of a topic that's kind of deep. It's a deep topic. And, yeah, I feel I should mask myself for this because I'm trying to reveal a secret to you. If you do not believe in all of this ESP or psychic or extrasensory perception, I'm sorry, pardon my stutter or slur, but your extrasensory perception, I would like you to type in on the computer, on Wikipedia, remote viewing. And remote viewing is the ability to see far off objects while pretty much sitting wherever the fuck you are, okay? So it's a pretty psychic phenomenon. I find it hard to believe that anyone could believe in remote viewing and not believe in anything spiritual whatsoever. Unless this is what is going to come out of the mouth, that they think that things are simply connected as a biological entity, and that much like computers, we are all interconnected like computers. So if one thing was to learn some information through some kind of cybernetic network that we're not aware of, these transitions of information could be reciprocated between different vehicles or different entities such as ourselves. And I really, really, really do not think that is what it is. I'm just putting it out there for people who are defendant upon the non-spiritual belief. But I've read in a lot of instances where you would put a certain animal, like a mouse or a rat, in a cage, and you could teach that mouse or rat a trick, and it's going to learn that trick. And the main reason that it learns it, the mouse itself that you've taught the trick, the main reason that it learns it is because it wants to get the cheese, okay? But when you put that rat, once it learned that trick, back into the cage, like you released it into the wild, or into like the cage, okay, in the experiment, then the other mice or the other rats really do not have a motivation other than the cheese, okay? And I'm not saying it's all about the cheese when I say that. I'm just saying that there has to be a deeply emotional facet or faculty or outlet or projection or expression of deep emotion for any of this deep psychological ESP emissions to go on. Because I know that you are seeing the pixels on the screen, but that ultimately is not really what this is boiling down to. You on the other end, as the reciprocant, have actually more than I could ever offer. Because you viewing this in the present time, or in your present time, can make more utilization of this information, because I am just a past recording trying to give you some information that's relevant, right? And if we're all interconnected like a rat cage or a mouse cages full of mice, and you can look that study up because it's quite proven that if you teach a rat a trick and give it some cheese, and then like release it into the trap, or sorry, into the cage with all the other mice or the other rats, whatever. It's going to teach them the tricks. And that does not make sense, because like, what are they? Are they talking? Are they speaking to each other and being like, okay, if you do 2 paws up, jump, that gets you cheese? Because some of the experiments have been that complicated, where it's not just like, you have to just like stand up. It's like you have to stand up and maybe jump once. Jump once. But you jump twice, and they're going to kill you. If you really, really want the specific details to this, I highly recommend Google search engine. Or if you are looking for more even deep information, use Xquick. It is ixquick, xquick.com. And it doesn't provide any... it's supposed to be one of those internet filters or internet search engines that does not use a filter, and at the same time is not using a filter. It doesn't backtrace our information, meaning that like whatever you search in is totally private, compared to with Google, where I hope that you might know this already, but if you type in anything in Google, it's being recorded in like a cybernetic massive hard drive and they're calculating all our statistics and our data based upon what we search on, and that's a little bit scary. So if you want to avoid that, use Xquick. But yeah, I think I've gone a little on my deep video. It's about 7 minutes and 7 seconds, so I'm going to cut it quick here. Mwah. I hope that you've enjoyed me in gray, and please subscribe to my channel. It's The Puzzle Master or Hope for Change. Please subscribe to them, and if you have any comments or suggestions, specifically if you're really into this alien stuff and you're not trying to bash me, or because to be honest, if you send me some hate mail, you are entitled to your opinion. But I'm not going to do a video about how I was wrong about all this alien stuff and how there's really nothing out there and that there's no likelihood of alien intelligence coming to us, because it takes light years. You know what? When I hear scientists say that, and I think very scientifically minded, and when I hear scientists on this planet, like right now, on this time, saying that it's just so impossible that aliens could be here because it would take light years for them to travel here, I really fucking want to just like give them one of that in the face, like I want to give them the big boom. And like, if you out there agree with me on that thinking, please do that in a spiritual or metaphysical kind of sense, where you're actually like focusing on those specific individuals and being like, what the fuck is wrong with them? Because that will actually help facilitate change. Much like I earlier mentioned in the rats or mice, how they'll learn what other rats or mice have learned, kind of through like an ESP. But it really pisses me off when they just disacknowledge all this kind of stuff. And yeah, we can buffer it with our own intelligence and with our own divine wisdom and guidance. And since we're all connected into this cage of the earth, then they're in it as well, just as much as we are, even though they might control some of the strings. When it comes to all this ESP stuff, we're just as much equally interconnected. And I want to give the power to the people, just to let them know that they can actually affect Like, if you have a problem with the things that Obama is doing, or any person specifically, it doesn't matter who they are, but if you can name them specifically, or you got a picture of them, and you want to call out to them in your dreams, you do that. Okay? And God is blessed with you when you do that, if you do it to seek truth and wisdom. Okay? And by truth, I mean not just like la 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 la, I'm skipping in a field of daisies and rosies. I mean truth, like there is no lies, and all of the lies and bullshit that has been covered up is totally unjustified. And that's what they will see in their dreams, as long as we precipitate it. Okay? Because we as a majority make up the whole. They are the 1%. They might own everything, but collectively, they are the 1%. And we have a lot more mental power than a lot of them would like us to be led to believe. And it's time we start waking up, and we can actually start making changes to this if we start focusing our minds to where we want the energy to actually go. And a final goodbye, and check out my other videos. Like they're somewhere. Check them out. Okay, I might not be in gray, but I still speak the same opinion. So, to any of you people that want the New World Order to continue, because it's evil.